So in today's video, we are going to be walking you guys through how to start off on the FC25 web app and make some coins. So between now and the 6th of October, I'm going to be uploading a daily free eafc25 trading guide. This will include everything to do on the web app to make as many coins as possible with both trading and investing. I'll be talking about the full release, what we expect to see regarding the market, and there'll also be a daily updated investing guide, all in there, updated every day for free. No gimmicks whatsoever, all you gotta do is click on the Google Docs link on the top link of the description. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is walking through everything about the FC25 web app, but more importantly, we're going to be talking about how to start it, how to make those early coins, what you should be doing, because there are some really easy, even non-trading related things you can do to make yourself some really early coins before the game is even out. So the web app is expected to go and drop on the 17th or the 18th. Now how do we know it's going to go and drop on the 17th or the 18th? That's because last year, and traditionally year after year after year, they normally drop it a few days before the Ultimate Edition. So the Ultimate Edition last year came out on the 23rd, the web app came out on the 20th, and the iOS companion app came on the 21st. Well, this year, because the game is coming out 3 days earlier on the 20th, we think that the web app is going to be anywhere from the 17th to the 18th, and the companion app is going to be anywhere from the 18th to the 19th. Now, why don't we know, or why wouldn't the web app specifically come out on the 17th if, it normally comes out 3 days earlier? Well, the reason it may not come out specifically on the 17th is because EA normally like to coincide the Team of the Week 1 with the web app. So if they go and release the web app on the 17th and Team of the Week 1 on the 18th, it means the gold cards that are going to get Team of the Weeks are super, super rare. Whereas if they go and drop both of them at 6 PM on Wednesday, then the gold cards were, in theory, never in packs. And it's just been something they've traditionally done, is kind of drop the web app on a Wednesday, no matter what sort of day. So we expect to go and see the web app basically in the best part of around about 2 weeks now, and then the companion app 2 weeks and a day. So let's just talk about how on earth you can go and log on to the web app. Web app is very easy to go and find. All you got to go and type in is EA Sports web app. And then once you've done that, more likely than not, your top result is going to be this. Then what's going to happen is it's going to go and load up. Now, on the actual day of the web app coming out, this site is kind of laggy, so you kind of want to be patient. You don't want to be spamming too much. Now what you're going to want to do is you want to go and log in. So if you're not sure of what your login details are for the web app, because they're not necessarily the same login details as you have for your Xbox and PlayStation, there's a really easy way to go and find it. And the really easy way to go and find it is you want to head onto the main menu of FIFA. Then what you want to do is you want to go and scroll left, and you can see you've got the main menu of FIFA here. You scroll left and you've got accessibility and you've got settings. You then want to go and click on the settings, and then what you're going to go and scroll to is going to be online settings. Then once you've gone and clicked on online settings, it's then going to go and give you your email that is linked to your account. You're then going to go and put your email in this, and you'll either know your password or you won't know your password. And once you've done that, you've successfully, logged into the web app. Now again, the web app is expected to drop at 6 PM, sometimes about 4 or 5 PM, but the reason it's normally 6 PM is, like I said, if they did it before 6 PM on Wednesday, then in theory the gold cards of Team of the Week 1 would still be in packs, whereas if they do it after 6 PM Wednesday, those cards are never in packs and they go straight into Team of the Weeks. So hopefully now we're, in theory, we're logged in on the web app. Now you can get certain login codes, but I'll be honest with you, I never bother with stuff like that. All I'd say is make sure you're aware of what email is linked to your account that you want to log into, and make sure obviously you know the password. A few things I will say: if you're moving from Xbox to PlayStation, you won't have or PlayStation to Xbox, vice versa, or PC to Xbox, you won't have a web app of the new one that you're logged on. The web app doesn't know what game you're going to go and future play, it only knows what game you've played previously. So again, if you've played FC24 on the PC but bought it on Xbox, it doesn't know that you bought it on Xbox, all it knows is that you bought it previously on PC, so it'll give you the PC web app. To actually get an Xbox web app, you're going to have to wait a few days till the game loads up. Likewise, you can't go and create a brand new account on the web app. The only things you can do on the web app is log into accounts you've created on Xbox, PlayStation and PC in the past. So just a little heads up regarding making new accounts. So we're now going to talk about what we're going to do once we are on. Now we are going to be referencing my 0 to 20k on the web app, and don't worry because there is practically no trading in this whatsoever. It's really, really easy stuff. So we are going to be referencing a lot of basically what I did last year. I think it's the best reference points to go into. So the first thing you're going to get to is going to be the kit selection. And I'm going to pick the Belgium and the Man United kits. And I'll be honest with you, it does not matter what kits and balls and badges you select as long as they're gold rare. the kits don't sell for anything because no one has coins, so no one's going out there and buying your Man United kit. No one's buying your Belgium kit. No one's buying your Man City badge. All you got to do is make sure they're gold rare, because you can see right here that you can go and quick sell them for 485 coins. So this is where you're going to get your first 1.5k, because you're going to go and quick sell your badge and your 2 kits, which is going to go and give yourself 1.5k. So without any trading whatsoever, you got 1.5k. Well, you may say, well, actually, down when the game's out, everyone's going to be buying the Man United badge. They're going to be buying the Belgium kits, the Man City kits, and whatever. Well, luckily, you can use quick sale recovery. So let's say the Man United kit did go to 5k 3-4 days down the line. You use quick sale recovery, you pay 500 coins in the quick sale recovery, make another 4.5k. But they don't really do that, because at the beginning of the game, the amount of people getting kits is very, very saturated. So again, you're going to go and get yourself 1.5k from kits. The second thing you're going to go and do is just some really, really simple objectives. You know, you got stuff such as, because you sometimes get these in the beginning packs, apply a player contract, apply a chem style, apply a manager contract. And this is just going to go and give you little packs. It's going to go and give you sometimes chem styles, which you can use to complete future objectives. It's going to just go and give you, you know, little things, because at the beginning, there's no welcome backpacks, there's no FIFA points, you know, your account is very bare bones. So you just want to go and get those little things just to start the ball rolling, allowing you to complete some maybe basic SBCs to get, you know, slightly better packs. All the packs at the beginning as well are untradeable. All the SBC packs in the last, I think, 2 years now have always been untradeable. Objective packs are all untradeable. So in previous years, I may say, oh, you keep these players, you get rid of these players. That's irrelevant. You know, it's all untradeable. You basically just keep it to complete more objectives and SBCs. So, yep, you want to go and complete some objectives and SBCs. A really good one, which I don't think I did actually cover last year, is you can go and create a concept squad of a 33 chemistry, and it'll go and give you 5 rewards, including coins and packs. So that's another one that I didn't include when I was talking about in the video, but it's something I learned out later again. You can just build a concept squad of 33 players, 33 chemistry. You don't have to have the players in the club, and it'll go and complete like 5 or 6 more. So that's that. But then we move on to something that I only actually kind of worked out about an hour into the web app. And if I worked out earlier, I would have made a lot more coins. And that is the transfer market objectives. Objectives normally only give about 1 to 200 coins, but the transfer market objectives were giving 1.5k a piece. Now the idea is if you go and buy loads of players and sell loads of players, 1.5k isn't a big deal. But I kind of realised that I could go and buy a gold card for 200 coins. I could then go and sell the gold card for 200 coins, and I will lose 100 coins tax, if I'm not wrong, or 10 coins tax. Yeah, I'll lose 10 coins tax. Which means if I go and do this 100 times, I will go and lose 1k in tax. But if I go and do it 100 times, I will go and complete around about 7 objectives. Those 7 I think it's 6 objectives. I'll go and complete 6 objectives. Those 6 objectives each give me 1.5k each. So if you're following right now, we're already going to lose 1k in tax in buying and selling 100 cards for 200 coins, but we're going to go and get 7.5k in coins. So we basically make 6.5k with doing 0 trading whatsoever. All we need to do is make sure we can buy something for 200 coins that we know we can sell for 200 coins. So the combination that I worked out that I could go and buy for 200 coins and sell instantly for 200 coins was a rare bronze English striker. This is because a lot of people were using these for objectives. I'm sure there were probably some other combinations out there, but these rare bronze English strikers were so easy to mass buy, and they were so easy to mass sell. They'd sell within generally a minute, but they'd be easy to mass buy. And I even did this whilst having hundreds and hundreds of people in my stream doing the exact same thing. Now, we were a little bit worried about, if we're all buying the same cards for 200 coins and then all selling the cards for 200 coins, maybe we're going to start selling and buying it to each other, and maybe then we'll run the risk of getting banned. Didn't hear any sort of people, getting banned or anything like that whatsoever. I think, again, because it's 200 coins, I'd be very surprised if EA's bots are flagging anyone over 200 coins. So basically, we did that. We then completed, 5-6 objectives. We made an easy 6.5k. Now, at this point, you should basically be on around about 9-10k, because you're going to have a few coins from objectives. You're going to go get those coins from kits. So you've got 9k now with doing 0 trading whatsoever. It's very little effort. All you have to do is just go and buy 100 rare bronze strikers for 200 coins, sell them for 200 coins, and then quick sell your kits. So if you don't care about trading, here's where we're going to go. You're going to go and buy yourself French or Prem, or if you want a combo, French Prem cards to around about 3 to 5k. So Konate was a great example. Now sadly we don't actually have data from day one of the web app, because like I said earlier, day one of the web app was the 20th. We only have data from the 21st. But obviously between the 20th and the 21st, people would have been building up coins, so players would have become more inflated. So the 21st prices are actually going to be more than what they would have been. So for example, Konate, even though one day after the web app was 3.7, he probably, within the first few hours, you probably would have been able to pick him up for around about 2k. So you could, they were saying that you're around about 8-9k. So if you wanted, you could go and pick up 4 Konates at about 2k. You wait 2 days and he's almost up to 6k. So your Konates, the 4 Konates you've bought at 2k, are now up to around about 5.5k. You've now gone from 8k all the way to, can we maths? All the way to around about 22k, and you've done practically zero trading whatsoever. All you've done is just do those objectives and invested in the players. It was quite hard to find examples for this, because like I said, we only had, Footbin only loaded up prices after 24 hours. But here's like Anthony as another example. Again, around about 2 to 5k. Probably could have gone and picked him up, I'd imagine, even under 2k for the first day of the web app. 2 days later, he's up to 4k. So you would have doubled your coins with very low input. So again, all you need to do is, I wouldn't go and buy stuff that's discard, because if it's discard, it's showing that supply to demand ratio is a bit sketchy. But if it's, 1.5k, 2k, 3, 4, 5k, we can tell that the supply to demand is more in favour of the demand than the supply. And then basically what you want to do is you want to go and, I think last year you basically just wanted to make sure you went and sold the cards before the Ultimate Edition. Well, at least you did with Anthony. Ultimate Edition last year was on the 23rd. So yeah, as soon as the Ultimate Edition came out, he did go and drop. So again, we should have about 2 days where the cards rise. So the first day would have been the 20th to the 21st. Second day was the 21st to the 22nd. Likewise with Konate, he did actually go and peak. He actually did rise after the Ultimate Edition came out, but to play it safe, I would just go and sell these cards before the Ultimate Edition comes out, because the idea is these cards in the end of the day are very low rated, therefore they are going to get packed with the Ultimate Edition and go down in price. Also means you made your coins even faster, rather than waiting another 4 days. So there are some really, really easy things if you don't want to trade. If you do want to trade, I'll be honest, even with someone who's been trading for 10 years, it was an absolute, it was horrible, because no one had coins to buy stuff. There was no like SBC solution trading, because Footbin hadn't loaded up all the players with prices, and as a result you can go and, not that I really SBC solution trade myself, so there's a lot of just using instinct of what sort of stuff has worked last year. So again, I would say trading is quite difficult, so if you just want to jump out of the video and just do that investing and call it a day, that was a really good play. But what I proceeded to do was I basically just traded with rare bronzes and silvers. The reason rare bronzes and silvers were good is they were used for all these starter SBCs, so there was a lot of demand for them. Some of the cards that were good for advanced SBCs actually weren't really worth anything. The reason they weren't really worth anything is because no one had the coins to do the advanced SBCs, therefore there wasn't the demand. But because everyone was doing the real starter SBCs needing bronze and silvers, there was good demand for these cards, so these cards were good to trade with. So what I proceeded to do was I was basically bidding anywhere from around about 200 to 250 coins for players from top 9 nations and leagues. Top 9 nations and leagues are Spain, France, Italy, England, Germany, and then we're also going to go and throw in Brazil and Argentina. So it's your top 2 South American nations, along with your top 5 basically European nations. Why did those nations work? Especially with Europe, those have multiple leagues. So obviously England's got the Prem, the Championship, League 1, League 2, and as a result of having lots of leagues, people use them a lot for SBCs. And Brazil and Argentina are just absolute, they're pillars when it comes to nations for SBCs. So I was trading with rare bronzes and silvers. So you can see right here again, I'm sourcing these these silvers and bronze rares for 200, and then if I scroll a little bit later, you can then go and see that I was selling them on. So for example, again, it's really, the coins was a slugfest, it was horrible. So we would have been picked up Pal Laura for 200 coins, flipped them at 350. It's nothing crazy. Mitchell bought 200, would have sold for 350. We scroll along, another German guy would have been picked up for 200, sold for 500. So you can see I was getting sales, but it was just a little bit slow. Some of these guys I was trying to shift on for 1.2. Did have a few bronzes. I don't think the bronze non-rares really ended up working too well. It was the silvers that worked quite well. So you see some of the silvers were sold for 1.2k and some were sold for 500. And this really comes down to, again, there's no Footbin. It comes down to market knowledge that you've gained yourself. So what I did was I added a bunch of cards to my watch list. I then saw if those cards sold on. And then if they sold on, I'd write down how much they sold on for. Again, this is really sweaty for the web app, but if you want to know how the top traders trade, on these sort of really awkward situations, this is how you trade. You basically make your own bank of data. So for example, I had Argentina silver right back sell for 1.2k. So even though I said I was bidding like 200, 250 on some of these silvers, because I know they sell for 1.2k, I'd just go and mass pick them up for like 500-600 coins if I was confident enough that I could sell them for 1.2k. So I will actually, again, I have a free trading guide out for the first, I think, week or even October. So from the web app for the first week of October. This is basically just to, I guess, promote my own service and as a way of, a free trial sort of thing. So I will actually have a spreadsheet of all the data I gather. So again, that'll be on the guide, obviously, when it comes around. And you guys can use that data to know what to buy players for and then hopefully what to go and sell them for. But obviously, the market's changing a lot at the beginning because we're talking about there's probably only going to be like 15 of these silver non-rare right backs from Argentina on the market. So if all of a sudden it goes from 15 to 25, there's been a supply increase of 40%. Likewise, it could go from 15 to 5, and then there's 1/3 of the supply because 10 people buying a card is, it can increase. It can as a proportion of the market, it can change a lot. So it's definitely a lot of being very patient with both winning cards and selling cards, but it's also really, really sweaty. But what you have to appreciate is even though it's more sweaty, just like I said that Kunato went from 2k to 6k. Your investments will rise faster between the release of the web app and the release of Ultimate Edition than they ever will do. Like, cards aren't going to go, and unless it's maybe fodder or something, cards aren't going to go and triple in that time frame any other time. So every 2k you make is kind of making 6k because you invest that 2k, you make 6k hopefully. And I think that about wraps it up. Again, any questions, drop them down below. We are going to start releasing a lot of FC25 sort of videos, hopefully prepping you guys and letting you guys know as much as possible. Hopefully, again, gave you guys some insight in today's video that you didn't already know. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.